Greetings and welcome. Thank you for stopping by here on YouTube. YouTube live at the one and only, the raw, the rare, the real, the tried, the true, bloom for winter love. I go by Bloomy. Yes, I know you guys are looking at a phone, a device here that I find very fun and fascinating. I actually got it for my son, just in case, as time life proceeds, it's designed for if there's any form of hearing impairment or anything like that, it's actually a touch screen. So all calls coming in, whatever that person says, it is transcribed, okay? And it is for the hearing impaired or people who are suffering from any type of a hearing loss. And so I got it though for just in case my son, and no, he's not currently there just yet, but just being prepared as a mother, for his life. Now, it's not related to what we're talking about, right? Y'all may be saying, what? But it's fascinating, okay? And I just thought it was interesting. And I guess in some way it does tie into what I'm saying now that I think about it, okay? In some way it does, you guys. So hold on. In some way it does. Hold on. Hold on. Nah. Anyway, so check. These individuals collective, like the individuals that have been coming against my life, namely my family and other karmics, that were doing all these spells and rituals to make it hard. They actually were. My sister and mother were the ringleaders of that. Okay, they were actually doing shit on purpose and doing spells and rituals to cause chaos and conflict, bad luck, struggles, one thing and another. Okay, sending death, wishing death, sacrifices. I think I already mentioned to you guys, my son was attacked. Okay, they're behind all of that. Okay. Now, whether people want to believe it or not, it's the truth. They can cry in front of you all day, but I'm telling you all, it's the truth. And it's all behind wanting my life, wanting to be me, wanting to get even, wanting to control. Okay. Now, this is the irony, what they didn't see coming. Okay. And so it is with you all collective. You know how we hear the stories about people who can't, I just mentioned on a video on TikTok about history, individuals who, when the market crashed in the 30s, they were jumping off buildings and stuff like that and killing themselves because they couldn't handle the stress. They couldn't handle, the fact that their money, they couldn't, control their income, or that they were going to lose things. And so it overwhelmed a lot of people in history, right? And so they, killed themselves, went berserk and whatever, right? And so my family and other karmics alike that were targeting me, as well as you all, were hoping that if they wore you out with so much bad luck, making you feel hopeless, making you feel like it was you, making you look bad, making you tired, doing shit to your kids, so you would have to be stressed the fuck out. And they were hoping that, it would wear down your health, that it would break your will, your spirit, that, it would cause you to give up, and it'll cause you to regress. It'll cause you to just cave into them and bow to them and keep running to them. And you know what I'm saying? They were hoping for that to happen. And it essentially, it happens to a whole lot of people, especially when you don't embrace your awakening. When we don't embrace our awakening and our healing, you stay in the web of narcissistic abuse. You stay in the web of these dark witches and warlocks energy. Okay. So what they didn't see is that all of the spells and the hell, okay, they, tried to create, all of the spells they did to create hell in your life was actually used to make Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman or Superman, take it how it resonates, because for many of you, like myself, you're strong. See, they themselves can't handle the ritual works that they have done on people. They themselves cannot. I'm telling you, when this energy starts to spin around, they can't handle the very energy that they have invested in sending to you, whether this was fucking with your head, fucking with your energy, fucking with your kids' energy, fucking with your money, causing back. Like when this stuff start coming back, they start crying like bitches. And they start running around to anybody who'd listen, wanting sympathy and empathy, because they can't handle the same kind of energy that they've invested in trying to make your life hard. They denied this, but this is what they've been doing. Okay, so when it's time for them to sit in it, this is when they cry. This is when they're suddenly about to die. This is when they're suddenly trying to get right and want therapy and suddenly pregnant and, just all sorts of stuff. Because at the end of the day, all of that destruction, stress, death, bad luck, loss, all the stuff they tried to do to you all to block things for so long in your life, and they laughed at as they watch you struggle. But unlike them, you all know how to ascend. And that's what they didn't see coming when they were investing so much in trying to break you, so much in trying to stress you out, so much in trying to make you look bad, so much in stealing from you. Because that's what my family doing. They're stealing as I speak. They're thieves. They're copycatters and they're thieves. Right now, as I'm speaking, listen to me. You can believe the hype if you want to. They already stole from me and my son, and they still are. They still are. They're holding what belongs to me and my son. They still are. And every last person involved with them and know about it is going down. What they did not see happening is that you would get stronger. That every time because that mountain goat, see that goat energy, that goat, when the goat gets into their ascension, I'm not talking about the toxic goat, okay? But when a goat gets into their ascension, ain't no stopping them. Come hell or high water, they heal and ascend through, no matter how long it takes, no matter what delay, no matter what. And they're covered with grace through it. This is also what pisses these people off, because they wanted you all to be shattered and homeless and under the freeway so that they can go about feeling better about themselves. They feel the need to have to compete and be better than. They're not well. You guys, especially folks who grew up with us, friends and family, y'all can believe the hype if you want to. But I promise you, before this year is out, you guys are going to see something. It's going to be before 2020 ends. Just watch. Okay? So they didn't see that with all of that struggle, all of that delay, all the shit they did, that it was going to be your catalyst. Because see, they crashed like the people in the 30s. When you put that pressure on them, they crash. Okay? This is a part of why they do spell work to begin with. It's a part of why they're codependent to begin with. It's a part of why they steal to begin with. It's a part of why they do those low vibratory things to begin with, because they can't handle and they do not want to heal and ascend. They don't want the responsibility of that. They just want the benefits. So they leech like my family. But I've called judgment on them, every last one of them. And I've already determined it and written it, and it is solid. Any of them that was willful participants in fuckery to me. Any of them, and I mean literally, any of them that knew shit, hid shit, pretended like to not to know. Yeah, I mean them, every last one of them. Sorry, not sorry. Because that's the toxic dynamic that I came here to shatter. Is healthy healing and living and reconciling, or nothing at all? So cords are being extracted. They're being disowned, not just by me, source, ancestors. They opted out. They don't want to even fulfill the contracts in which they came here for, which was to learn a lesson, heal, and ascend out of it on their own level. So they opted out of their free will, so they get no connection. This is why they're reducing themselves to the spell work still, only further perpetuating the torment and torture that they're going to live out until they grow. These people literally try to kill me and my son. My sister and my mother are behind trying to set me up, whether you guys want to believe it or not. And they cry and deny and try to say I'm crazy and I'm tripping. They are a part of it. They are black witches and warlocks. And if they're not already, like I told you guys, they're going to receive their energy. If they're not already dead, just watch. Because they've invested in death rituals on me and my son. They're wishing us this every day. I watched my son go through things because of them. So they're going to pay heavy before they croak. They used my information. They didn't respect my boundaries. They tried to set me up. Black people are good for that kind of shit. You're not entitled to use your children's social security numbers and driver's license numbers to do shit. My mother is a thief and has always been a thief, and her aunts know it. She's been stealing from her own and from others since she can do it. Always looking for a deal, always looking to come up on something, even if on people's sickness. So she can be looked at as the doiting caretaker and then get their check when they die. Have access to their money while they're sick under her care. And our extended family knows it. But she didn't stop there. She's been stealing and doing this shit on her own. She did it to my brother. She did it to me. And so did my sister and my nieces. They're using my information, my son's information, to try to set us up, to try to fuck up our credit, so it'll be hard for us to be able to get anything. They did all of this. They're paying. What they didn't know was that most of you, like myself, becomes some type of a superhero. That you would actually heal and ascend through every bit of the fuckery, no matter how long it took. What they didn't know is that there was going to be a certain grace that comes in. Even while they were doing all of these blockages, this and spell that and confuse this and delay that and Loki this and prank that and steal this and steal that. What they didn't know is that they're hanging themselves. My family, they're hanging themselves. The more they steal, the more truths about them will be revealed, but the more karmic ramification they'll suffer before they croak and even in the afterlife. They wanted to play with deities and entities and spell this and spell that, and then go to church and say, holy, holy is the Lord. And go fall out on altars, prayer lines, and call pastors and prayer ladies that's clueless to the fucking shit that's actually going down. Trying to elicit some empathy and sympathy from motherfuckers, but they don't want to change. They don't want to heal. They don't want to do right, and they're still up to it. So I don't care if they're at church every Sunday, they're still up to it. I don't care if they're on their way to church now, they're still up to it, bitch. They're still up to it. And crying and talking, I don't know what's going on. No. That illusion is shattering. And I'm not talking about just my family. I'm talking about known and unknown enemies, you guys. I'm talking about my karmics as well as divine masculine's karmics. And I looked at my phone and it just said 1111. Yeah. I'm talking about all the groups, organizations, secret societies, witch covens, Las Vegas, Nevada, and beyond. Distorted spiritualists, distorted clergy, competitors in the field. I'm talking about every last one of them. What they did not know, collective, is that all of that they did only served your awakening while they are shaking. Because when this energy keeps going back, they can't fucking handle it. And you guys are taking it like a boss. You guys took it like a boss, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I ain't got a stunt. I can go through humble beginnings, but I can make any house a home because I am divine feminine and masculine, bitch. I will survive. Right? And I ain't gonna have to sell my ass for it. I ain't gonna sell my ass. I ain't gonna have to sell out my family for it. And be fake saved and inboxing people nudie pics and shit, bitch. To get motherfuckers trapped with me. I ain't gonna have to do that either. They didn't see it coming that the spells to create hell in your life created Wonder Woman, the Avengers. It created your own team of Avengers. And you became your own Iron Man or Thor or whoever, whatever character, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Right? The more they do to you, the more you heal and ascend. The more it goes back to them, the more they break. Because they can't handle it. They can't handle it, you guys. This is what I find so fascinating. The people that do the most heinous shit to motherfuckers. The people that are the most empty, cold, and callous and uncaring to motherfuckers. They cannot handle when they have to sit and receive that energy themselves. And then they want to play the victim, and then they want to play crazy, and they don't understand what the fuck is going on, and then they want to play innocent and all these things because they can't handle it, but they will have to. You guys are about to see some things change by the time 2022 comes to an end. All the hell they're doing is being used to hang them and torture them before they die. And then in the afterlife,